football never stops. So transfer portal recruiting and National Signing Day is 2 weeks from tonight.
True story.
Any leans, any rumors?
Well, I mean, everybody is panicking also because Alabama is trying to take a run at Cormani McClain late here. And, you know, like you got to, if you want top players, you're going to have to beat top teams in the world of recruiting to get them. Just that, you know, Cormani committed is not terminal to his recruitment. And it's not terminal to other teams' interests either. You know, like, because he said, okay, I'm going to go to Miami. Alabama didn't say, oh, cool, don't want him anymore. Nah, I'm good. No. So, like, you got to go toe-to-toe, and you got to close these, not just to a commitment ceremony, but all the way to and through receiving a national letter of intent. It has to happen. So, you know, these are the battles that you brought Mario Cristobal here for. And you brought him in to win these battles. Not that another team is going to quit. Not that they're going to pack up shop and go somewhere else, though I mean it would make life easier. No. To go and close this down and win in the end this recruiting battle. So, you know, you're talking about that. You're talking about, you know, look, Miami has a top 10 class right now. There's players in this group and players that we're, recruiting. The teams all across the country want. That's just a simple fact. I'm not fearful. I'm not scared. If it so happens that Cormani or whomever else decides to go elsewhere, you pick it up and you keep moving, you know. But I saw somebody who works in the world of recruiting just being idiots. Like, oh, if Cormani goes to Alabama, you know, reevaluate everything about Miami's recruiting, and this is da-da-da-da-da. No. Like, that's a ridiculous statement. That is a shock jock, you know, troll to get people talk. Like, nobody honestly believes that, even if it's one player, right? And I will just go with the example because the talk right now is about Cormani McClain. Assume he goes to Alabama or somewhere else, right? Jaden Wayne was a 5-star the entire way up until recently, and he's a high 4-star. Francis Mauigoa, 5-star. We just flipped Collins Anchampong, 4-star. You know, an incredible player. Joshua Horton should be a 4-star. Like, let's go down the list because I have it open. Malik Bryant, 4-star. Riley Williams, 4-star, number 3 at his position. Ray Joseph, 4-star. Robert Stafford, 4-star. Bobby Washington, 4-star. Raul Aguirre, 4-star. Antoine Jackson, 4-star. Like, you know, Antonio Tripp, he plays interior offensive line. They're only going to be but so highly rated, but that's a kid I want on my team. Connor Liu, I don't know how he's only a 500 rated or in the 500s in player ranking. That is a monster on the field. Go watch the film. Bobby Washington, he should be a higher rated as well because he can fly. Jackson Carver, Reed McKeska, you know, Tommy Kinsler, Florida had him committed. We flipped him. Marcellus Pulliam, that's another guy. Look, turn on the film. I'll take that dude on my team any day of the week and twice on Saturday. Emory Williams, you know, Elite 11 quarterback, probably a year or two away from playing, but that's another guy with skill. Frankie Tinalau, you know, he's New Zealander or whatever, Australian. He just moved out here. So, yeah, he's lowly rated because he's really only played one full year of football. But, look, I saw that dude after one of the games in the tunnels below Hard Rock Stadium as they were on the way to the locker room on a recruiting unofficial visit. Listen, that is a large human being. And, you know, he even said, you know, Tennessee or somebody else is coming after him. He said, no, I'm good. I'm going to Miami. There are players all up and down this list who want to be Hurricanes, who are, I think, the kind of guys that we want to have, whether they're 4-star, 5-star, even some 3-stars. And look, you're going to have 3-stars on your roster, so I'm not going to throw them away with, you know, throw out the baby with the bathwater. But even if Cormani goes somewhere else, that does not negate the talent of the rest of that group and the battles that were won to get these guys. Reed, you know, what's his name? Reed Williams, isn't it? I think it is. Riley Williams, who, from Portland, Oregon, transfers down to IMG Academy, and he's one of the top tight ends in America. Jaden Wayne from Seattle, again, same thing. And I know that there was a connection between Mario Cristobal and these players from before, but you still won those battles against those teams and those programs that you left. At Oregon, they're not recruiting at a Miami level, but they're recruiting at a damn fine level, right? See the guys that they got up there. Beating Oregon that you built and left for those guys is still a feat. That is still a positive result in the world of recruiting. So you can get caught up, and this is the royal you, the impersonal you. A person can get caught up in singular data points, in singular things, transactions that happen in the world of recruiting. You need to step back from it like a Jackson Pollock and say, okay, cool, what does this entire picture give me? And even if in the end you do lose a player like Cormani, it would suck and I would hate it. It does not ruin your sandcastle. It does not undo all of the other work that you have done and will make it all the way through the conclusion of this cycle.
Yeah, select whatever programs you believe to be the best in college football. And if you track their recruiting, they're losing recruiting battles. Everyone does. Everyone gets guys flipped on them.
Michigan just made it to number 2 before in the college football playoff rankings before the Big Ten championship game, and we went in there and flipped Collins Anchampong that very week. Bro, what? And I mean, like, look, again, I know that we need cornerbacks. I know Cormani McClain is the number 1 player in Florida. I know that he's, he plays in a high valuation position in just the world of football and the scheme that we play. I get it. He's an elite player. He's tall. He's fast. He's strong. He's maybe a little bit thinner than you want, but he has these incredible ball skills because he played offense. I understand all of those things, but one player does not a team make. And let's not assume that because there's been this chatter that happens, that he does end up leaving, because we've seen these things happen before. And even, Al Golden, Mark Richt, Manny Diaz, even those coaches shut down some of the late interest from other teams for high-profile players who ended up playing here. So do not all just immediately assume, oh my God, somebody in the world of recruiting said that Cormani wants to go to Alabama. That means he's, wearing, crimson and cream now. It could happen, but it very well also might not happen. And remember that as you go forward as well.